Let's get TikTok in on this action. All right. Now, am I just not seeing the go live button on here? I bet you it's because of the aspect ratio of this. Sure is. All right. And now we're live on TikTok as well. Got both things going here. All right, cool. Good deal. All right. Warlock, can you hear me? Everything all right? We good? We good? All right. Cool. Good deal. Let's let me get back to here. So I can bring up my chat. On TikTok. It'd be nice if I could get that handled, but I can't do it yet. All right, cool. All right, I can see that chat. We're good. All right, what's going on? All right, hi. All right, so here's what we got going on today. Fire in the city, cool. I really want to work on finishing up the university. It looks too plain and too bare. So I think we need to add in some additional stuff, maybe a couple more buildings right here. I think these buildings need some parking as well, although not nearly as much, because I would imagine these to be probably the upperclassmen, or maybe they're the ones who need it actually. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can fit in here and here, and then I want to tree line it, and then hit some landscaping up. So university is on the docket for the day. Let me drop those off. The other thing I want to look at is starting to figure out how we're going to increase density beyond here. So we have a lot going on right along what is now Copperfield Street. I don't know that I love that name. I think this is... No, this is Main Street. There's just no doubt about it. If anybody doesn't like these names, let me know what you think it should be named, and we'll get it taken care of. I don't love Copperfield Street either, but for now, you know what we're going to name this? Crosstown Boulevard. So I don't love that this is River Cross Street now. So how about something? How about Waterview Street? There we go. Cool. I dig it. I dig it. How's everybody doing? A lot going on TikTok here. It's weird. Nice. Take it. Out of the way is actually what I need. I need it out of the way is what I need. All right, cool. So city, we got Greenwood. Now what's going on here? Oh, it's okay. It's an accident. So I think that this grew in rather nicely. You can see that we still have some buildings that have not yet grown in, for one reason or another. We're going to take care of these right now. It's currently set up for high density, but I think that was just broken. So if we use platter, we should be able to fix that. I want to say that was low rent. Let's do medium density here. Do we have parking? Is there parking? There is parking. Yeah, we're good for parking. Okay, so we just need to put some residential, or is that a mixed use area? That might be a decent mixed use option, which still requires me to use platter. How about we do I hate to continue to use the southwest because I feel like that's all I've used. How about the northeast? And maybe a bigger building. Can we go even? Yes, we can go even wider than that. How about that? And then we'll let things spawn here. Ooh. And I think that there must be something wrong with this parcel. There has to be. There has to be something wrong with this parcel right here. We do have a little bit of office demand. Maybe we'll throw in medium density office there instead. There's absolutely something wrong with that because I can't zone it either. Let's try another one. And we'll grab medium density office. We have a building that size. Let's try and center this. Actually, before I do that, can I throw a... No, I can't. I was going to say, can I get a... Well, I might be able to get a pathway back here. Be nice if I had something 3 units deep. That's a decent spot for parking. And I think that I have a lot that will actually work for this. Yeah, I do. So what if we did that, and then we'll bring for access. I'm gonna take the stoplight off of that. You're gonna have to anarchy that because I must have broken something there. There. So now people will be able to go in both ways. I like that. I dig it. So we just got to remove the... Oh, that didn't put a stoplight. Okay, good. All right, I thought I saw one there. It is worth reviewing our stops, however. I think that we don't want a light right here. Pull this off. And instead we'll use our traffic... not that one. That one. And we'll change... Oh, gosh. I said I don't want that. And then we'll use priorities to toss up a stop sign right here. Give priority to the straight through motions and the left-hand turn, or the right-hand turn, and then we'll have the left turn yield. And then I want to do the same thing here. This shouldn't have anything on it at all, probably. It shouldn't also have crosswalks, I don't think. So we'll toss the crosswalks off of there. And we'll go back into our priority tool. And I want to prioritize this one, and this one. Make this yield and have this stop. We'll let that stay. That's the intersection across town. That has to have one. And because this is coming off the bridge, I'm going to put one there too and leave that. All right, I'm happy with that. Now, we're probably going to need to adjust these so that we have split phasing. We'll allow turns. Do the same thing here. Split phasing, allow turning on red. I'm okay with all of this. But I still want to keep things fairly clean. Let's just do all those. That way we know for sure that all of these lights will operate the way we want them to. And then I think that these houses are probably on the chopping block, to be frank. And why I'm thinking that, like, firstly, we do have a lot of low density over here, but these houses right here would have a premier water view, and we have some medium density here. I think that some bigger high rises would probably be more appropriate for right here and right here. And I think what we're going to do to rezone this, so I'm going to completely dezone both sides of the street. We're going to remove all of this, and then I want to be very, very specific about how we do this. On the corners, I want either mixed use or commercial, okay? And then we can fill this in with some more modern house. In fact, let me just fill that all. No, well, it's mixed use. I'm living by the rule. And then I'm going to do the same thing here, but for this, I want to also include not a whole lot of it, but just a couple pieces of actual residential without a use at the bottom. And then we'll kind of do the same thing right here once I see what this looks like, but I think we're going to go a little bit shorter. Probably something like this, which is, I believe, is that Old Town? I think that's the Old Town housing. Probably do Old Town housing. Probably. Hey everybody, thanks for coming, hanging out. TikTok's kind of, oh god, TikTok's kind of being a little crazy, huh? I don't like TikTok Studio. I got to be honest. I'm not a super big fan of it. But if we can get it to the point where I can use a virtual camera, I think that I can just operate it in the background. That would be ideal, to be able to just operate it in the background. All right, let's zone this in. Let this zone in, I should say, and then we'll move on. So I do want to do some detailing. We have things like this where there's just a bunch of empty space. I think that some of this can be used as green space. Some of it needs to be parking. Some of it needs to be a roadway. So I want to focus on some of this stuff as well. Yeah, just kind of spend a little bit of time in downtown because we didn't really have the opportunity to do so. Before we blew the entire place up. So if you didn't watch, if you weren't here last night, basically what we did is we completely redesigned the roadway network for our downtown. Previously, Waterview Street came up to right here, and Crosstown Boulevard was not Crosstown Boulevard at the time. Made a diagonal, basically right in through here. And it was really super inconvenient. I didn't love it. I didn't like the way it looked. Didn't like the way that it operated. I think it was causing insane traffic problems, and I believe we've proven that just because we're not having any traffic problems now. So that had to have been the problem. Having this, I think, is helpful as well. But there's just too much green in here. Too much green, so we have to figure that out. Some green's okay, most of it needs to be concrete though. Anyway, let's go back over here while that's filling in, and we'll work on our university. So first things first, we're just going to do some planting. Let's use the London plane. Actually, let's use the built-in line tool. And what does that look like? I want a little more distance. Turn off anarchy. Okay, so I'm getting confliction right there. I'm actually going to increase the distance rather than decrease it by another yard. Yeah, okay, I like that. Just make sure it's centered. Yes, I dig that. Okay. This just needs to kind of be centered, it looks like. And I want to do something here specifically because I don't want cars to be using this entrance. And even though it's a pedestrian street, cars will use it. Cars will come in through Umbra if it's the easiest way. They shouldn't, but they will. They should be coming in through Driftwood just like that is. But to ensure that that will not happen, we'll just throw those trees up as a barrier. Get out of there. All right. Beauteous. Beauteous. Damn. No, I can make, yeah, we can make that work. We can make that work. So I think in here, I want to do something, again, park-wise, we could do some sort of a use. And what I'm thinking, now that I'm sitting here looking at this, let me drop this. And I think that that is damn near the perfect place for a tennis court. Oh, man, it fits exactly. So let's do... I want it to have access from the inside. We may maneuver this a little bit because that's a lot of space for parking that people can't park at. But they still absolutely will. Let's just rotate it. Gotta remember, game versus real. That's not how this works. Alright, so now I want basketball courts. And I want to rework this basketball court pretty substantially. Too much snap to on here. Keep snapping to this. I don't want it to snap to this. I need it to be like right here. Okay, let me turn on 90s, and I think I can get that to work now. Yeah, okay. And then I think some sort of a smaller park would be useful here. Not a playground. I want something to be a little more adult-oriented. I mean, this would be really, really nice. Let me turn off snapping to the road, flip this around, and just make sure that we're right in there, evenly spaced. Move it to adjust. Like that. Now, I don't believe there is a pathway here. So we can add one using our invisible pedestrian pathway. Although, what if we just did an actual pathway? Can I fit one in there? Can't. I mean, I can, you know. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it. And then I think what we'll do is take this and move this up just a hair. So we know we have space on either side of those planters. Yep. And then we can plant the trees for this side as well. Ooh. And I'm going for symmetry rather than accuracy here. Can we fit a tree in there? We can. Perfect. Hold on. Push that. Just barely, man. Oh, we can everywhere else, though. I think I might be able to do it without anarchy. I've been wrong before. Okay, as you were. I don't want to do that. I don't know what I want to do there, but I don't want to do that. Alright, Chad, I gotta take a bite. Hold on. Man, that's good. Man. Okay. I like the direction. I think we need some more, though. And I think this is where those, like, the bigger trees come in, like an oak. I'm going to do the same thing and pause the growth on these, just so I know that they're going to look the same as they do right now forever. And then we'll do some hickory. And I think I want the hickory trees to be a little bit smaller. A little bigger than that, though. Yeah, like that. I'm going to bring a path up through here. This is probably extra. That actually looks like shit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Then let's do just little bushes in here. Yeah, that's perfect. A little tighter. I feel bad for the maintenance guy that has to maintain all this, because you know there's one, like, it's one guy. perpetually understaffed maintenance department for a university. You know what I mean? Like, there's at least one of these buildings the heat doesn't work. The air conditioner works like on cold days. You know, it doesn't work on the warm days. It works on the cold ones. And he has to. The problem is the administration. They just want all they want is their shrubbery to be manicured appropriately. Don't worry about the air conditioning. Air conditioning is less important. Make sure that the shrubbery is cut. You just know it, right? You just know that's a thing. Okay. I like where we're headed. I want to finish some things. So I don't think that is connected. Now it is. Now we can grab... Oh, speaking of, I want to fix that, actually expand this out just a hair bit more. Yeah, to right there. I want to snap only to 90 degrees, like that. And we'll snap to existing geometry. Like that. Turn back on snapping to 90s. Yeah, perfect. So we need a way to get down the hill. God, that sucks, though. Like, that sucks. I'm thinking right here is the common sense way. Glad I'm not the one walking this. Okay. And let's throw in a way to get over to the technical university. Now, there's nothing over here yet, so I think we're just going to leave that off. I don't even know that there's going to be anything over here, to be frank. I very much like the direction. You know what I'm thinking for this? What is interfering? It's the actual university. Is it too far away? It's too far away. Yeah, it'll let me post it up here. But I wonder if this would be like the administration building or something. But it's going to screw up the landscaping, something horrible. So I want something in here. This does appear to be a decent spot for the stadium. And we could do something like this, where it faces out onto the river. What's topography look like? Oh yeah, we could do that. We could totally make that work. Yeah, let's do it. I like that. I like that idea. I need to grab Latin tool. So let's make it the same height as this. There ain't no way that's the front. God damn it. How much is it to move? 7,000. Ain't nothing. We're good. We're good with that. I know how I want to do it. I just don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I know how I want to do it. Okay. Here's how we're going to do it. Let's remove these pathways. Grab our pedestrian street. And come this way with it. I'm going to snap to the sides of building, turn off guidelines. And I don't love that. Grab network tools. We'll add in a node right here. Remove that. Okay. Now then, what I want to do is, and I'm going to need anarchy to do it, I'm going to turn on anarchy, get our 90-degree angle so that we know it's there. Now I can take this, relocate, and snap to that. And then I want to leave enough room that we can have another pedestrian roadway coming down this way. And then over here, I want to have, this is, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Let me say that out loud. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want stairs leading up to this outside. Though I'm not going to lie, I do feel like this is somewhat accurate. Like, if I think about West Virginia University, if I think about WVU, when you're going to the Coliseum, this is, I believe this is all uphill. It's like a kind of a miserable walk. So I think that's how we're going to do it. We're going to put parking down here. I almost want that to be a parking garage. Like, from a look standpoint, you know? And then this is a rear entry. Like, you can enter here. This other parking lot here first. Just want to make sure I'm connecting right here. It's weird, I can't really see it, but I think we're okay. As long as I expand this out. I wish we had steps. I don't think we do. I don't think there's any kind of staircase. Yeah, just the spirals. Which does not do what I want it to do. Okay, that's okay. We'll do it like this. Let's grab our slope tool, reduce the brush size to a reasonable, This is where we want to go. This is where we need to come from. A little bit further off. Yeah, like that. And I think on this side, what we'll do, we'll take this and add in a retaining wall. And then grab our flatten terrain tool with a higher brush strength but a lower brush size, and extend this all the way out. And then I'm actually gonna redraw this in as well. After we do that slope, we'll use our slope tool to do the same thing. It's the height we're going to, the height we're coming from. Broke for some reason. Yeah, I think we can make this work. I want it to be fairly close to that so I can turn on retaining wall through right here. Turn off the retaining wall and connect it in. Now you have walkways to get up here. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's do a little more perfecting. Just make sure that this plot of land is square. Like that. And what I'm thinking here is we make up to right. Yeah, I want it to be in the same spot on both sides. And we'll grab and make this also a retaining wall. Side. Oh, that was wrong. And then I need to remove that part of it, if I can. I don't think it's going to let me do this. Nope. But with node with node controller, I might be able to. No, I don't think I can. Okay, let's just turn that back off then. And we'll leave it plain. That sucks. I really want it to go to right here. What about move it? Move it'll let me do it. See, move it to the rescue. I just want to have, like, I want this top part to be somewhat of a, think like a plaza. And then I want to smooth the land out in between here. Higher brush strength. Like that. We're going to remove all these trees. And we'll do our own landscaping in here. We have stuff poking up through. Okay, smooth out this side of it. And this side of it. Just like that. Now, I'm going to grab our boulders, do a random boulder in a line, using our line tool with a much smaller degree of separation, so that we're getting a rock wall. Like that. And then I want to do a spacing variation of no more than 2 meters, and yes. Now we're going to have to do this through Anarchy. That's okay. I'm going to have to sit here and place 400 boulders, aren't I? Now I can do the line tool here. Let me decrease the offset variation. What? Okay, okay, hold on. Let's try this. No. All right, we can maybe make that work. And then just fill in. If I just need to fill in, it's a little easier. See, that's a whole lot simpler. No, I want to do a mix of trees in here, so we're going to grab spruce, linden, hickory, and oak. Vary the sizes and turn off the pause. And then we're just going to plant trees in here. To create that natural barrier between here and there. Now up here, like I said, I wanted this to be more of a like a plaza. My thought is you can take let's do a line of trees. It needs to be bigger than that. And I think they all need to be the same age. And we're going to lock them closer. We can see into the great beyond here. So let me see if I can solve this. shit going on here. Okay, that's better. That was craziness right there. Okay. Now, I don't know what would be here. I gotta think about that. What we would want to be here. Oh my god, I can't move the TikTok thing. And I also cannot lock the input. So that just is where it is. There it is, okay. Alright, I got it. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good here. I just need it somewhere else. That's better. Okay, there we go. All right, now that's a little more manageable for me. So what I'm thinking is concession. That's what I'm thinking. We do concession back here. Yeah, like these. Get this as close together as I can. Oh, I dig it. I love it. Okay, so now let's do a line of these. I want them to be spaced out pretty far, and they can't block the entrance. So if any block the entrance, we're going to remove them. Yeah, like I'm getting 2 that are blocking. Let's decrease so we get a little more. A little more. Okay. And I think I want another building right here. I don't know what I want it to be, though. It also has to be something that's dead. So it has to be a prop. What could we use? Close. Oh. Didn't know that was a thing. We'll use that. I'm favoriting it. See, that's too big. I don't know what we should do for a prop here. I need it to be a fairly big building. Ah. Something like a storage shed. And then, can we get... I bet you we can. I have those... Sully basketball courts. Perfect. This'll do. Remove that. I want it to have a consistent color. Because I don't believe these are recolorable. Although I hope they are, because it's not giving me what I want. Oh, good, they are. Okay. I'm going to copy that whole thing. And paste that whole thing. And paste that whole thing. And paste that whole thing. Now, I'm curious. No, I don't like that. Oh. I like this, where I can do table and chairs, like a whole set. Okay, now, the last thing I really want to work on for the stadium is I want to grab a fence and secure it. I want this to be the same across. There's entryway points here. What I don't love, though, even though there's an entryway, there's like no ticket booth. But we could make a ticket booth. I'm gonna lock this whole thing down like that. And the wall already exists here, but I'm gonna put another one here anyway. Now let's see if there is a... I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Worried about that. That's not ideal. I know how to solve this, but I don't love it. I'm gonna lock this down. I don't particularly care if there's a walkway there. I don't think it should make sense. I want everybody coming in through the front. Let's make this just a little more subdued. Yeah, like that. And we'll copy that and paste it onto all these props so that it's a unified color scheme. I like that. I like it. It's a pretty significant backup. And again, I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it. This should have been a 2-lane road. But we may be too far gone for that change now. What we may want to consider doing is just adding in an additional ingress way. And I don't think it would be unreasonable for something to come from over here. Because at the moment, the entire college is one big cul-de-sac, which is not ideal. Snapping everything but what I wanted to. See if that can relieve some of this. Trying to be very deliberate here whenever I'm deleting things. But I didn't want to delete anything that we had already put in. Hold on. Oh, it's blowing me up right now. Okay. Let's remove all of this. We just need to landscape this piece, and I think we're going to be able to live with where we are. Just need to do inside of here. That back off. And we used lindens, right? Or were those London planes? Those are London planes. I think they were bigger, though. Yeah, they are. That right there is going to bother the absolute shit out of me. I think we just need to make one little segment large. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. one of the reasons I'm kind of like leaving this area untreed is I want to do a pathway through here. I just don't know how I want to do it. Like, I don't love that, but also at the same time, it kind of is exactly what it needs. Did the same thing. That's closer. I can live with that one. You know what? I'm dumb. We can just do it this way. And it serves more than one purpose. It keeps people from parking on the roads. Yeah, no, I dig that. Okay. That's better. That's much better. That's much better. Much gooder. I kind of want to redo this section though. I kind of like, I would rather that, yeah, okay. I'm going to try to not be like manic about this, but I feel like I need to do it the right way. So let me adjust this surface back to its original home. Not its original home, just a little bit further out than its original home, I guess. And then I want to upgrade this path. No, not to that. That. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. And what I'd like to do, I don't know if this is going to be possible at all. With some extra help, we might be able to get it in there. That one's probably not doable, but I feel like we can get in just the grass with a little more work. Back a little ways. Whew. Ah, maybe not. Well, I don't have to live with this road. I don't have to live with any of this, frankly. I don't have to live with that either. I don't know why I'm making it harder on myself. Better. Better. Oh, don't love that at all. Gotta let it touch, but not actually lock in. That way it doesn't, like, get weird. Okay. All right. I find that much more enjoyable. Terrain is pretty well jacked, but that's because these things are huge. And no one's using them, so let's not have them be there. Let's lock to cells. Now, ideally, let's remove some of these sidewalks because it's lunacy. We don't need one here or there. The rest of those are all okay. That's okay. I don't think we want anyone crossing the street right there. Now, I'm sitting here wondering, how hard it would be because that is the only thing stopping it from getting a medium road upgrade. You know what I mean? This should be okay if I just make that backwards. Now we can use our priorities tool here. Put a stop sign here. Prioritize these guys and a yield, as it should be. Now I think we can probably extend this medium road all the way down. And then we'll just fix whatever places restricts it, but I don't think we're going to run into very many more. That should help considerably. I mean, it looks like it's already helped, frankly. Now, oh shit, let's finish landscaping. We can get back to downtown. Yeah, damn, okay. We'll just match the other one across. This barely can't fit another tree in there. Symmetry is important. At least to me it is. My mind can't take it if it's not. Now we did lose, it looks like one path is right here. I think we're going to lose that whole path. Now the downside to this is that it was supposed to be centered. Now I think we can maybe make something work here. We go from right there. We grab our big path and get up against the building. Like that. That I can live with. Okay, let's landscape around here. There we go. Now, let's lock to... Oh, I missed a road. We're good. Okay. We also need to add grass to this. I'm just realizing we did not. We can... I want to reduce the... No, I don't. I want that. I don't know. What do you think, chat? I think that looks like a university. What do we think? I think it looks all right. Looks like a university to me. I think that's it's passable. I think. think it's passable. Let's fix the changes that we had. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, cool. Now, the fun part. I want to apply a surface here. I might be able to do fills to do it. Might be able to do fills. Nope, sure can't. We're gonna have to go in and do them by hand, because it's gonna look shitty otherwise. Okay, well, here we go. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to start every single one that we are putting a surface under by going down, and then to the north. That way we know we're gonna get all of our lines to be the same direction. So as long as I start it like this, down and then up, we'll get the same direction for all of our grass. So it'll look significantly better. Here, snap there, snap there. Yeah, like that. We're gonna have to readjust this. Shit, that isn't gonna work. Let's readjust this first. So I think this is meant to do this entire thing as a sidewalk. But we'll connect it like that. Same thing here. And then for this one, I think we're just going to connect right here. Take that out. Probably should. I'm going to. I was gonna say I should probably extend this and not let the game do it. That way it's guaranteed to be there. Weird though, huh? I like that better. Okay. God, that looks really good. Now for little areas like this, I have this, and I can just do fills. So that the grass will match. but it won't have the lines on it. Does not like that. Weird. I mean, it doesn't really matter with this particular surface. Hold on. That. This is going to kind of preclude us from doing any further work back here. It's going to, meaning it will be a real pain in the ass to try and move around all these surfaces. But it's going to look good, so hopefully we don't have to do anything else. This did complete our education pipeline too, so I mean, ideally there's really probably nothing more we're going to need to do. Now we're moving. Now we're cooking with gas. It looks so good. Those aren't anything, right? No, they're not. Okay. Man, that's some weird fill patterns. Those were about as smooth as they come. Replaced. That one's like really jacked up. And we're just gonna draw that one in. Okay. That looks so good. Okay. The university, all set. Let's see how the city filled in the adjustments we made. Oh, yeah. Look at that waterfront. I love it. I like it. I'm a big fan of that. So we still have some space that we can develop out, which is right here. What I'm thinking for right here along Kent Street is we just do more row homes, but I want to mix in some commercial. So we'll use the Old Town mixed use for that. And I think it would be helpful to have some parking here. So we'll use our small parking building. And now let's do the northeastern row homes. We need 4 units out of those. I think I want something commercial right here. You know what? I'm not even going to allow it to chance. I'm going to dictate what it is, and we'll use a signature building. I want it to be a gas station. Like, we have that one right there, that is a gas station, which is sick, because you usually don't get them. So let's toss in a side road for service. Beautiful. Yeah, that should zone in and be nice. Now I'm looking up here. It looks like we're fairly decent on our houses up here. I don't see anybody getting angry. We were having some death care issues. Doesn't look like that's the case anymore. How bad is that terrain? Pretty bad. But I think that we can do some more of these buildings here. Grab that height. We'll level this plot out a little bit more. Snap to the sides of buildings so I can get this in place. And then I'm going to come down here at a 90-degree angle. Turn off sides, but turn on my guidelines so that I have that. Now, this road, I want to turn into a parking road. Which is what we have there. And we'll add an access road here. Turn off anarchy. Oh, it's jacked. Very jacked. It is super unhappy with that. We have this spot right here. I feel like that needs to be something. Now I want this to be sort of a... Well, actually, you know what I think I want it to be? I think I want it to be a key wall. And then I'll take this flat land. Actually, nah, I don't want to do that. Let's grab this right here and flatten to there. I'm going to grab the little guy, because we have a small, yeah, there it is, this one. A small residence. And I'll put this one in here. And now we can do a little more landscaping. Snap into roads. Oh, you know what? I want to remove all the sub-elements. And we'll do our own planting. No. Thank you. I'm going to leave that blank, I think. Maybe another park. Maybe we put a park here. We have that guy over there. We could fit the small one here. Yeah, we'll do a small one here. All right, landscape. Let's do it. That's just a hair bit too long. think those are lindens as well on the sides of the street. They are. And then we'll snap back to the streets and we'll add trees. And we'll do grass wherever we can as well. Should just be on these streets. Alright, we just need to do some planting now. So let me grab hickory, throw some hickories down individually. And then we have oak. Don't need... Oh, we got all kinds of stuff there. We'll throw some of that downtown. We don't necessarily need these to be paused either. I just want them to fill in. I think some London planes would go an okay way too. There we go. That's better. That's better. It's a little more full. I like it. Make sure someone's responding to this. They are. And arriving, in fact. Okay, so we just got a bunch of those signature buildings. Let's see what we can do with them. And I want to focus some time down here as well. Like there's a lot of gaps. Oh, we got high density office too. We're gonna fill this in. Absolutely. That really helps things fill out. At the cost of one of these, like this right here, I can have an alleyway with parking in it. It has to be one way, but we can make it happen. I'm wondering if this is a... No, I just don't have any demand. How big is Westmont Tower? Now, that's not entirely out of place. We'd have to break up some blocks to make it happen. But that's kind of neat. And I know a lot of these other signature buildings are not all that far as well. Like some of these fit in really, really well. I mean, this is a little, I think, a little out of scale. Ooh, let's find a place for our Starbucks. I like that. So it's a corner building. I'm an idiot. Stupid. Anyway, corner building. So it'll either be here or here. Here. I'm all about the construction. I want this to be done. Oh, I gotta let it go. Otherwise, it's gonna snap into the wrong place. We'll just let it build. That's gonna look really good. If it matches, it fits right in. Fits right in. Very happy about that. I'm not happy about this. We can turn this into a two-way parking alley, though. Yeah, with little to no effort. Just to fill in more space. And then if we take this off, add this on, I think row homes would fit nicely here. Let's do a medium density and fill in with row for the rest. Down here, this needs to become mixed use. Unfortunately, I think this stuff does too. Because at this point, it's pretty out of place. What was the... Why is that zoning so weird? That explains it. I think most of the buildings we have are going to require some alteration to the overall city plan too, though. Like for instance, this can fit. I'll have to move the fire department. I'm okay with that, to be honest. We can move that pretty much anywhere. One of the things that I've tried to pay attention to most recently when building is the amount of parking that I have, and whether or not I think it would be sufficient for a standard North American city. Because in most cases, it is not at all enough. And I have all these mods. Like, all these mods can do stuff, and for whatever reason, I don't use them. Like, that would fit right in. So, I think that this does not do it the way I want it to be done. Oh, no, it does. Okay. Let's use domes, though. I think we can do well with dome. Yeah, I think we can make this work. With a little bit of adjustment. Ooh, it'll match right up. I have an idea for that. Probably 2 more. And then for that extra space, maybe not. That looks dumb. Maybe we'll just leave it as it is. Okay, that's a road, so we'll have to make a road ourselves. Under markings. There we go. There's more parking spaces. Might be able to do something right there, too. I think there are side. Yep. It's just one of those things, you know, like, and I never really paid all that much attention to it previously, but for whatever reason right now, I'm extra aware of whether or not places have enough parking. And more often than not, I am underbuilding the parking structures. Now we'll have to stop right there, continue with our regular alley through that building. Then we can pick it right back up afterwards. And then with a little bit of manipulation, we can do some stuff in here thanks to Dome. Snap to the road. We'll just do every one of those. And then fill that in with our asphalt. Now, we might. This is going to be tougher. But if I don't snap to the road, I think I can get these in too. With Anarchy. There. And like the other stuff we can do, we could take a road back here, provide parking for these folks, and it's one of those things like this is what a real like North American city looks like. It's just this is the reality. Can I fit one of these? I think I can. Yep. Add a surface. Without Anarchy even. I like the idea of this kind of just being green space. But it kind of dies right here because of the post office. That might be something to look at. I mean, I could do stuff back there, but I don't think I'm gonna. Back here, maybe. I think I'm gonna be satisfied with where we are for now. I just want to kind of go in and find the space where it's not quite matching up. And there's more, where there's more space than I think there should be. Like this is a great example. I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to grab this building and double this up. And then in here, I'm going to do a northeastern row home. Because it fits. I think I can do the same thing right here. With a little bit of manipulation. Maybe not. I'm going to leave that. over here. This is bugging me. But I don't know what I can do back here. There's not a whole lot I can do. I could do like an individual parking lot. Something like this. And then knock down a building to get back there. Like that. I think we can maybe do a couple more with filler spots. Now we need to leave that open for access. Just organize this. You know what I'm gonna do? Yes. Yes. I think I could just fit a 3-spot back in there. And maybe even another one. Okay. And then maybe just 1 3 right here, and that'll do it. Now let's fill out these surfaces. Second one off the first is just a touch out. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'll fix that. Hold on. Good eyes, Joker. Good eyes. Okay. Now I just want this to look like it's one cohesive spot. Extend this pavement all the way over here and build more pavement here. I think a park is a great thing for right here. It's just a matter of finding the right one for what we're trying to do. And this is the right size. I just know that it's the right park. But this one can fit in there pretty well. I think that's a sign that we should be using it. Now this isn't good enough at all. So we got to do something here. we can come in here with a full-ass parking road. Turn off everything but... What is it? There's a little leftover from a previous version. Just reconnect that back up. I think some of this we can just do as it'd be as simple as just moving this stuff and making it match up and look more full. Although I don't love that. It's one of my least favorite features with City Skylines, by the way. That those nodes connect and then you can't do anything with them. Drives me nuts. Oh, wait. Pull that back out. Man, I don't know what's happening right here, but it's serious. Whatever it is, like it's for real. Looking at this, I don't know if that's gonna, I don't know if that should stay or not. And this is gonna be unusual for me, but what I think I'm gonna do here, take away zoning here and here, but add it back here, and we can do row homes. To help fill in. There we go. I dig it. I dig it. I just want to make sure that some of this stuff is a little more finished than what it was. Time to send out LSSD's finest sort of situation out. Yeah, that's damn right. Somebody needs to come handle it. Because there's a lot going on. Gotta be honest, I really just don't think that this would be a thing. This, drop this, and we'll use the pavement. What can we do here? Not a whole goddamn lot. It's too thin to get... Oh, you know what? I know what's going on here. That's annoying. I mean, I can do another one-way street down into here. I'll have to move this and relocate it. We can do that. Grab our one-way parking road. Kind of like the perpendicular. No. Oh, maybe. Yeah, same thing here. I don't think there's a whole lot I'm going to be able to do. But we can just add a parking lot right here in between these buildings. And extend this pavement out. Oh, no, you know what we can do? Hold on, let me remove that. We have a long parking lot that might fit without breaking anybody. Oh, it should. Yes, that's better. Now, grab this and adjust. For what, Joker? I'm like moving quick, I'm sorry. Like I'm missing comments because I'm moving so fast. I think it's going to be this. Those long, skinny spots. Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. these are probably just going to be for show. In fact, I can't do that because I can't. No, you know what? I can't do that. What the fuck? I can't do that. Hold on. I could get through there. Okay. It's still not registering it. Damn. Okay. All right, it's fine. We'll pull that back out. Trying to get more in there, but that's obviously not a thing. There's no upgrades for this, right? Those are backyards. That's a college. Let's work right here. See. We're moving this, so I guess I don't need these trees here. Oh, those are built in, so I better leave that. Do I have a half cord? No. Does it matter? It does only because I can't fit it in there. Anyway. Well, I'm really happy with this section, basically from here back. I mean, there's a few things I need to fix, but for the most part, it's in decent shape. want this to be pavement instead. Now it's just about kind of making it look good. Places where I see opportunities to do things, take advantage of them. You know what? One individual room. I like it. I like it. Okay, gotta do something with this now. Let's do... I like that. Man, that tornado was whacking your power lines hard. Robin, I'm telling you, man. Like, the tornadoes in general, for me in City Skylines, they just beat the tires off of me. You know what I mean? Like, it just what am I supposed to do? Nothing you can do. greenery in here. I'd really like a longer one, and I thought I had longer ones, but I'm not seeing them now. Oh, there they are. These are like super big though. Those are like ridiculously big. They're like whole parks in themselves. Yeah, those are all massive. We're gonna stick to this guy. I mean, we get, listen, I get whacked from tornadoes. That's probably my biggest natural disaster. I think it is. I can't think of another one that hits me more, and that's because there aren't any other ones in the goddamn game. Like, it's just that. It's just that. Let's add. What is? I want to use a different one. I usually don't. I always use the same ones. I don't hate that. I do think I want to do another planter. Something a little smaller. And if we do one... No, how about a fountain? Yes, I like that. Wildfires hit you pretty good too. Joker, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And you know what? This particular map, City Planner Plays designed this one. And in his... the series that he does for this map, it's called Magnolia County. There is a massive wildfire that breaks out. It starts, I believe it starts over here or over here, and it just rips through stuff, man. Just rips stuff through. But you're right, wildfires do tend to come at me a little bit. Alright, these are the bug issues, so they are never going to get a hearse call to them. We'll just go ahead and delete those bodies. And what is happening here? And why? A lot of people going this way, and a lot of people coming this way. You there, where are you coming from? I don't love seeing this. I'm concerned that people from like here or even people that are trying to get from here to here are going down this road, through this road, down and down. So like as an example, where are you going? Okay, so that one's an okay, that's an okay trip. That's an okay trip. That's an okay trip. Yeah, those are all good. Okay. Maybe I'm worrying for nothing. Maybe I'm worrying for nothing. I don't know. It seemed like there was an awful lot right there. Why are we seeing so many backups right here, specifically? Oh, you know what it is? I see what it is. I just saw it. I saw it. I saw it. We can fix that. So, the issue... Let's do... here's what we're gonna do. Let's do an exclusive pedestrian phase. This is part of the issue right here. There should not be a light here. And we don't want crossings here. We don't need 2 sets of crossings here. But I want it to be right here, not right there. And then I think I'm going to add in, for as long as I can, let's make this an asynchronous, or an asymmetric 5-lane. And provide a turning lane coming off of the bridge. Maybe that can give up a little bit. I don't think it's gonna, but it'll give off a little bit maybe. And I wonder if we don't do a similar thing right here, going that way. And right here going that way. Just to see if we can distribute this up a little bit. I'll tell you what, PC's holding up really good. I have to run until we get TikTok approved or whatever. I have to run 2 separate streaming programs. Now I'll unlock encoder access soon, so I'll be able to put a face cam up over there. But see now, like today seems like it's darker on that base cam, doesn't it? I don't think there's any more or less lights on down here. But I can also, let me look and see, maybe there's, while we're here, maybe there's a, maybe there's something in the camera settings I need to change. Let's see. See what we can do. That is not the right program. That is. Yeah, I agree. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. See, I have other effects I can add too. So like this is the default. But there's a bunch of different filters they have built in. This is what I was using. I think I like that one. Like that. I like that. And then ooh. There, Joker. What do you think about that? Does that look a little bit better? I think it looks good from my end, but okay, that looks like it alleviated the traffic. So now we're just dealing with some vehicle shortages. Let me take a look at my transport lanes. So we're not getting much ridership at all. Let's lower the ticket prices. There's a way to do this on one of these freaking mods that I got. Is it transit overview? It is. Yeah, okay. So there should be... Oh, okay, maybe I can't... Oh, no, there it is. I knew there was a way to do it. So at the moment, this has 83 riders. Bus 1 has 53 passengers. Bus line 5 has 53 passengers. We're just going to lower all these down, the prices of all of them. I should go through and name those. Oh, okay, that shows active vehicles. Okay, okay. Now, where did I put our bus depot? Okay, so there is nothing I can do to upgrade. We would have to completely redo or add in a new bus depot or add another bus depot. Footprint-wise, it's not all that much bigger. So how many does that... That has 25 buses. This has 10. I think we do that. Drop this out, and then we can zone this in to be more... Actually, you know what we can do here? Oh, I had anarchy on. Shit. Hold on. Reload that. I totally had it on. I totally had anarchy on. That's on me. That's my bad. Skin tone looks normal to me anyways. Yeah, no, I think that's the case. I think that's what it... I think it might have been the filter, but... I am so happy with this camera. It's not even funny. It's a long time coming, man. I need to get another light. I really do. Like, for instance, this is what... If I turn this off... This is just one light. That's just my key light. I think if I had another one of those right here... And then I probably also need to add in an environmental light. So I have this. So this is on my bar behind me. That probably would just simply be enough to give a little more interest to what's going on back here, but I don't want that to be the focus. Anyway. Very, very happy with the purchase. It was the right move, and like I said, a long time coming. I've been looking at mics recently too, like I don't know what I want to do technology wise with my stream. It's been sort of a contention point for me over the last 6 months or so. Especially, you know, I've known that I've wanted to keep streaming. Like, when I stop and take a break, it's not because I want to. It's almost always because I have to. So, you know, I like doing this, especially with cities. Like, I really enjoy it with City Skylines. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying playing this game and streaming it. That makes it a whole lot easier to stream. But after finding this game and really starting to play it on stream, I started thinking about, like, what do I need to do to make this presentation a little bit better, because that's kind of what this always is to me, is how do I make everything look better, sound better, be better, look more professional. And I think the next step is probably my microphone. I love this microphone, but I think I want to get something that has a little more control. And then the mixer needs to change. Let me say this, my microphone system, because I don't know that I'm necessarily against keeping my AT35, because it is a really good mic. It's a really good mic. I don't know that I necessarily want to change, but if I'm going to upgrade, it's going to be to a Shure, probably an MV7 is what I've had my eye on. And then I need a new arm. It's just this arm is seen better days is not even. I think that would be an understatement. That's pretty flat over there, isn't it? Where is this highway gonna go? This way? And then maybe cut across? Trying to figure out where I really want to do a big industrial center, like an industrial park, and I can't decide on where I want to put it. I've come in here and looked at this stuff so often. There's one park that I've kept my eye on specifically. It's local to me, so I can't show it on stream. Unless I turn off all of the labels. But it's really something. And I like the way it's designed. But the kicker is, I mean, it's most people's major complaint. The size of the industry are not even close to what they should be. It's like this, you know. So this is the industry that we have. This is what I want, and realistically, this where it's several city blocks, you know. And then, like, I have these two that I never really get a chance to use. I really want to do something with it, so I think maybe over here it kind of makes sense here. And we already have the framing. It's a cool $1 million. Let's grab it, though. The rural highway, the one that I use and can zone against. I think what I'm going to do, because of what we're going to do here, I am going to go ahead and preemptively upgrade this to our 4-lane highway. Through there. And actually, let's go ahead and use the proper highway. And we'll pull power and water from somewhere else. Alright, so this is the plot of land that we have to work with. I'm going to do some terraforming here. And erase some of this height from where we're going to be building. And just for frame of reference, these buildings are huge. This is the kind of stuff I want to put in here. So, let's build it. So first and foremost, I want to put a roundabout right here. Pretty large one. Although, actually, I say that. I know what I want to do, I just don't know how I want to do it. Now that we know where we're going. And this road is not allowed to make that turn. That is only that way. And this road is not able to make that turn. That is only a straight. That should be good. Yeah, I see. The thing is, I don't want to do a headset. I mean, I actually just got a brand new headset too. I got the Corsair Vengeance, and that's pretty much what I've had forever. Has been the Corsair Vengeance. I just don't. Whenever I'm streaming, I don't love using a full headset. So I really don't want to do that. Okay, so we have one main road. And then from there we want to offshoot and kind of keep it within line of the space we have to build. Right? Leaving enough room for the right-of-way to exist in case we need to expand. And same here. Now, we have the outline set up. Let's go ahead and throw some of these down. So my intention is I'm going to kind of place these as if they've been purchased. You know what I mean? And actually, you know what? I'm going to remove everything I just did. And then we'll build around the buildings. I hate that. I don't want this to be part of the... Let's move this over here for now. Now, my thought is they would want probably this. This is the landscaped side, and this is the sign. So this is kind of the side that they would want to be present. Probably like this. So same thing here. I was afraid of that. I didn't bring it quite far enough out. I can see another plot right here. What else do we have that we can use in here? Because there's all kinds of stuff. These huge buildings would go great. Definitely need more parking. Yeah, 34 employees. That might be enough spots, actually. That is 114. That's not enough spots. That is 45. That's not enough spots. We need parking. Hang on one second. There we go. I had to verify that I was still streaming on TikTok, I guess. think the same situation here. I want to say that it would probably want to be as front-facing as it can be. So you see the front of the building, you see all the signage that would be there, but still have a road accessible to you. Like that. We put back here. So this has entrances and exits all over. So I'm gonna remove this road and kind of form the other roads around it. Like that, so that these are more access roads. And then I really want to do some smaller offices and whatnot. Some of these I'm never going to unlock, so I might as well just plop them. Damn. That's also huge. There's room. Also has additional access. Looks like it's just right here though. Yeah, that's pedestrian. But this is not. I mean, that's pretty much what I was looking for. Now we just got to fill it in. See if I can do maybe a parking road. Oh, man. Maybe not. I know what I'm gonna do. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. If that makes any sense at all, it doesn't, I know. But I know what I'm gonna do without knowing exactly what I'm gonna do. I just need it. It doesn't look the way I want it to right now. And I don't want to cul-de-sac this in. I like that. All right, now at this point, it's just like, I mean, I need things, but I don't know what I'm looking for. I think I want a gas station right here, like something fairly large. And maybe some fast food. Again, you can see it from the highway. Easily get in and access it. The thing I don't like about this Chipotle is that it's not meant to be a standalone. I love the way it looks. I mean, that's pretty much what it looks like. And we just need to landscape it. But I think that's going to be for another day. To be fair, I think that's going to be it for another day.